There's big news in the Xbox gaming averse, so we're gonna talk about it. And quite frankly, my mind is like I'm losing it, just trying to understand this. I really honestly don't know how I feel about this, and I need to go through this with you guys because Microsoft is going to remaster Halo Combat Evolved again, and is considering a PS5 release, says new report. Chat, we got to talk about this. This is insanity. So we're going to go through this, and you guys got to be honest. Also, make sure to say hi to YouTube, who's watching and being little rascals. YouTube, we love you. Mwah. Microsoft is reportedly in the early stages of developing another remaster of Halo Combat Evolved and is considering releasing it on PlayStation 5. I really, 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 really don't know how I feel about this. Because honestly, from a business point of view, it makes sense to just, spread it across all consoles. Just get it out there. But, I would have said Halo is the last thing you take away from the Xbox exclusive ecosystem. What? Why do you want an, I would never get an Xbox now, which obviously Microsoft is cool with. I just can't fathom how that makes sense. X-Bacon Gaming says it's a 25-year-old game, send it to everyone, even the Switch. I agree if it's like the Master Chief version, like the Halo CE anniversary they made in 2011 or whatever it was, but a complete remake, then it's a new game. And they're going to touch the multiplayer because Halo CE didn't have online multiplayer until Master Chief Collection. Had server multiplayer in the PC version, but yeah, it didn't. So I would say Master Chief Collection makes sense to put everywhere because it's been a while, but a remake, again, business sense, yes, sure. But why? If you have an Xbox Series X, only an Xbox Series X, and this game is announced as cross-platform, the first thing I'm doing, if I'm you, I'm selling that puppy, I'm just getting a PlayStation. I'm just doing a one-to-one trade. I just see no reason why I would keep it. Clearly you don't care. I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about this. That's why I want to discuss it with you guys. Let's continue with it. Okay, let's go through this. That's according to Tom Warren at The Verge, who received the website's new Notepad newsletter. Subscription required. But okay, cool. The report outlines details surrounding the upcoming Xbox Game Showcase, including the fact that Microsoft is going to port other games, Project Latitude. However, according to Warren, Fable, Gear 6, and South of Midnight are currently not planned for porting. The new Doom game, which is called Doom The Dark Ages, will be. Doom makes sense. I mean, Doom 2016 and Eternal were cross-platform on everything. What do you guys think? To me, you put it everywhere. I mean, honestly, if it was me, I'm not putting it on PlayStation, personally. Because at the end of the day, I'm super competitive, okay? I'm a goose-tastic guy, I think, but I'm super competitive. I'm not releasing on that. No way. It's going on my stuff, and it's going on Windows. And I'm going to make that ecosystem the best that it could possibly be. I don't care about the other competitor. I ain't helping you. And the other thing is, every sale I get of my game, yeah, I'm making profit on the PlayStation 5, but I'm giving my competitor 30%. Ain't never going to happen. If I'm competing with someone, competitor's not breathing. That's for me. That's for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm toxic. Maybe old Goose is toxic. Slimer says, but the 10th anniversary was already remastered. That's the thing. And we're going to go into this a little bit. Hopefully they talk about it because the rumor that I was reading was not a remaster. It was that it was actually a remake, which is, again, we'll jump into that in a second. But I got to be honest, I have thoughts on that as well. Canadian Jacob, they should just end Halo. It's not doing good anymore. On paper, I think you're right. But in my heart, Halo is forever, baby. What's the saying that the Spartans say? Spartans never die. They're just missing in action. Ah! Red Jaguar, that's like PlayStation getting Nintendo's Mario. Yeah. If Nintendo came out with Super Mario Odyssey 2 and it was on the Xbox and PlayStation 5, if you think I'm buying it on the Switch, you're insane. There's no way I'm buying that game on the Switch. On a cart that is super expensive, never goes on sale, or on an ecosystem that's constantly on sale, has a better controller, higher resolution. I'm just going to go on. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I feel like the gaming community makes me feel crazy for even thinking that. Look, I don't mind putting like, again, if it was for me and I'm making remakes of every Halo, like building up to it, I'd release it on PlayStation like 2 years later. After all the hype, yeah, sure, you guys can play. But it's my business. I want my business to succeed. I really don't care about your business if I'm in their shoes. But that's why I want to discuss with you guys, because I don't understand the strategy on Microsoft. If the rumors are true, of course. We don't know. Deadliest19, can we get your thoughts on COD on Game Pass? Sure, yeah, we'll hit that up after this article. First time chat, the Daniel 49999. Chat, throw him some hearts. The Daniel 49999. Halo release on PlayStation feels like Microsoft unofficially throwing in the tower. You see, that's how I feel. Because I feel like, I mean, there's that classic quote that Phil Spencer said, if we lose our way with Halo, then we lose our way with Xbox. If you put Halo CE, the game that defined the Xbox, remake it, and put it on your competitor platform, I'll never buy another Xbox again. I just don't see any reason why I would do that. There's no reason. Both consoles have parity. Like, they're just... I don't get it. The only reason I'd stay Xbox is if my friends wanted to stay Xbox. That's it. Halo Combat Evolved has already been remastered once before as part of the Halo Combat Evolved anniversary, and it was not good. Like, the toggle was cool, great feature. But, man, they completely messed up the tone, the vibe. When I play Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, I never play in the new version, like the anniversary version. I always play in classic, and it just runs like butter. That game, like those Halo games, surprisingly hold up. This year, I kind of feel like doing a 24-hour stream where I play through every Halo game. Maybe around November. That sounds interesting. If you guys like that, you guys let me know. The article goes on to say the remaster included the game being remade with 343 Industries' in-house game engine and would include achievements, terminals, and skulls. The game was originally released in 2011 and re-released as part of the Halo Master Chief Collection. Let me just say this, okay, because it's very easy in the gaming industry to get emotional over these things. And, I get it. It's like a property you love, and quite honestly, I love Halo like to death. I really, really do love Halo. It's my favorite franchise by far because it's done so much for me. Like, Halo was the game that made me really get into first-person shooters. Halo was the game that made me an inverted player. Yeah, that's right. I'm one of those. Multiplayer on consoles with Halo 2. I got super into Forge, Halo 3, amazing story, love Master Chief, all of it amazing. When we look at the data, 343 has never been once consistent with the original Bungie vision. Not once. When they remade Combat Evolved Anniversary, completely different vibe and tone. Completely different. When we go back to this, like, it wasn't consistent with the tone or vibe whatsoever, right? Like, I just play classics. So that's number one. Number two, like, look at the vibe here. Oh, chat. This is like, it's pushing 25 years. Still looks phenomenal. Brother, ew. Ew, brother. No, that's not how it looked. I do not like what they did there. Second thing, when they did it again with Halo 2, Blur did a fantastic job. Blur killed it. But the Halo 2 like gameplay, they added hit markers, they made it super saturated like they did here with the Halo CE anniversary port. Like, they did not understand the plot whatsoever. It looked better. Like, the campaign looked better for sure, but like the Blur cutscenes were the thing. The multiplayer was like a complete disaster. So that's two games that they completely goofed on the Halo vibe, right? Then Halo Master Chief Collection. Third game, I don't need to explain it. Biggest bomb, biggest bag that was missed. Like, the biggest fumble in gaming. I swear to God. Besides that, like, Warcraft 3 Reforged. Halo 4, they didn't care to continue on the legacy of the classic stuff. They didn't even try. Halo 5, they went as far away as possible. And Halo Infinite, they decided, nah, let's just meet them somewhere in the middle. Let's not even bother to go back. So, when we go back to this article here about Halo CE being remade by 343, even 343 from a publishing standpoint, meaning they're not they're not developing the game. They're simply watching someone else develop the game. I have zero faith. Quite frankly, I'm a little shocked at how many people, how many Halo creators, content creators on Twitter are just like, yeah. I'm like, why? What about this sparks any confidence? Like, if this was an employee of mine who had like 10 years to do something and they consistently messed it up every single time, first off, I don't even know how they're still going. But second off, like, no, I'm not hyped whatsoever of a remake until I see it. Because right now, just the idea of 343 remaking one of the greatest games in gaming, what was like so magnificent for the gaming industry, I have zero faith. I'm ready to be proved wrong. I'm ready to be proved wrong. If it ends up being good, then awesome. That's one thing. But I highly doubt it will be. Based off the trends. I'm not making an emotional decision here. I'm saying based off the trends. Curtis Soldier says in the chat, if Xbox is trying to be a big game publisher, nothing is bad about it. They only bring money to the company, even from the Sony players. 1,000%. I just think that's like, you effectively, if you bring Halo to PlayStation, that's fine. If you want to be a publisher, if that's your goal, then sure, that's a W of a move. If you want to be a console manufacturer, you've killed it, in my opinion. There's no reason anyone will get it, except for Game Pass. How do you feel out of 10 of a Halo CE remake? How are we feeling about this? Because I honestly really just I don't feel good about it, but I don't know if I'm being crazy. So I'd really like to get your opinion. Oh, Canadian Jacob starts with a 0. Chat! Okay, so basically, I'm not crazy. Curtis Soldier with the 5. Why remake a remake? Yeah, like, it is a weird one to pick. If I was to pick any, it would be Halo 3. You just follow the flow that they've been doing, right? It's just like Halo 3 Anniversary, blur cutscenes, crank that puppy up, you know, bring back the multiplayer. Heck, if you wanted to be even crazier, maybe you even take like Halo Infinite's Forge, the work there, and put it into Halo 3 with their models and stuff, and then you have that to make the crazy maps and stuff, or add like, you know, server browser, all that stuff that's in MCC, but just like bump it up with Halo 3 Anniversary. I mean, that's what I would go Halo 3 if you're gonna make a splash. That is to say, however, if I was trying to train a team to be the next Halo users, which is what I assumed was 343's goal, I would actually do what like the coalition did, which is they remade Gears Ultimate. They got familiar with the code, the assets, the flow of the game. Okay, then they go make Gears 4, which is somewhat close to Gears 3, but it's like akin to the OG Gears trying to be dark again. You know, it's like being safe. And then they get crazy. However, they got a little too crazy with Gears 5. They went a little too far there. Like, relax. If that's their strategy with Halo Combat Evolved, then yeah, it makes sense to remake. Because then you train up a team with the code, all that stuff to make it bada boom, bada bing. I just don't think they're going to do that. Like, I have no faith. First time chat, Lucius Augustus, you little rascal. I have no faith in 343 making the horror section Halo CE. When the flood pops up, it literally becomes a horror game. 3 out of 10. No faith in 343. Oh my God. You took the words right out of my mouth.